Hi, I'm Jessica Poulter, and this is a video about my experience with my mom's stroke. I was 15 when my mom had a stroke. She had a stroke December 24th, 2012. Um, I was, shortly after that, I turned 16, and now I'm 16, and it's been almost a year that my mom has had a stroke. My mom made a video, which I'll put the link to her video below. She made a video about her experience with her stroke, and I'm going to make a video about my experience with her having the stroke and just everything that happened in my perspective. I thought it was a good idea just because, when my mom was in the hospital, like a lot of my family were looking up on YouTube, like ways to handle it, ways to, get therapy, stuff like that would help. And I think it's a good idea to post this video because, it's really hard to see somebody go through that. Just like it was really hard for my mom to go through it. And I think her and I giving you two different perspectives, it helps. But yeah, my mom's name is Dorothy Blake, and she was 34 when she had her stroke. She had her stroke exactly 12 days after she had her baby boy, Wesley. And she had a really hard time that month. Wesley was late, and so and she went through like 12 hours of labor, and she could not get him out, so they did an emergency C-section. Well, they left two bleeders in her, and not even like 24 hours later, they had to go in and fix their mistake. And when she got home, she was kind of blown up, she was big. And it was weird because, like, every part of her, like, it looked like she was literally, like, swelling so much that her skin could not take the pressure of it. And it was really scary, and, then, all of a sudden, we were cleaning out a room, and, my stepdad was like, clear a way through because we called an ambulance. And I said, well, why? Because my mom was trying to call our phones. I didn't have a phone at the time, but she was like calling my sister, calling my house phone. We couldn't hear it because we were doing so many things. We couldn't hear the phones and stuff like that. And my stepdad went up there, and, that's what happened. But, it was really hard because we weren't allowed to go up there. Like, Brian was like, you can't go up there. And he was just like, she needs to calm down, like, and all that stuff. And, the ambulance came in, and, like, they couldn't even put her on, like, a little gurney bed or whatever they're called. She had to go on this chair. Like, it was a chair, and it had straps for the arms and the legs. And I just didn't understand why they needed that until they brought her down. And, I didn't know what was happening. I was, like, really confused, and my big sister doesn't even live here. She was visiting for Christmas, so, it was just, like, my big sister was with me, and we were trying to get the three other kids to stay in the living room, and, hold on. But she was strapped down to the chair because her left side, like, she couldn't move her left side, and you could tell, like, that something was wrong because, like, they had her strapped down and they were carrying her down the stairs, and, like, everything was kind of slumping to the left, and even her mouth was like this, and when she was talking, it was really hard to kind of hear what she was saying because it was really, like, muffled and stuff like that. And, like, she just kept saying everything's gonna be okay, like, it's okay, like, I'm fine, and, like, you could obviously tell, she wasn't fine, but, like, she's still, she was pulling the mom thing, the whole, make them think that everything's gonna be okay, but you can just tell that it's not. And me and my mom didn't have a great relationship for a long time, But, like, after she had the stroke, we were just, like, best friends because, you know, she went through a lot. Like, she was, like, kind of, like, it was kind of like a coma state when she went into the hospital for a couple weeks. Like, she didn't really talk, didn't really open her eyes, didn't move. You know, she kind of, like, whimpered sometimes. She, like, when she started opening her eyes and stuff and talking, like, it was hard because, like, it looked like she was dead. Like, her eyes just didn't show any type of emotion, like, at all. Like, you would look inside her eyes, and it was, like, looking inside of, like a dark hole. And it was just scary, because I was just like, do I have to, like, look at my mom like this every day for the rest of my life? Because I don't know what she's feeling, or, you know, and it was just hard, and you could just see that she didn't really know what was going on. And, like, then she went into the rehab, and, like, she was so drugged up because of all the pain and all the stuff that she had. Like, she had bleeding in her head. Like, she was, you know, going through a lot, and she was really stubborn because of all the medicine. Like, she didn't really know what was going on, and when she did, like, she wasn't really herself, and, like, she would, like, wake up in the middle of the night, and I would visit for the weekends. Like, I would stay the weekends because I had school, so I stayed the weekends, and helped her with therapy and talked to her therapist and stuff like that, and just hung out with her and had breakfast with her and stuff. And, you know, she would wake up in the middle of the night, and like, she'd be like, Jesse, like, why don't you love me, and all this other stuff, and I would be like, what are you talking about? Like, of course I love you. And, you know, she just didn't understand what she was saying, and, like, she doesn't, like, now, she doesn't remember saying that stuff, and, like, I really thought that, like, she really thought I didn't love her, and, you know, I would never stop loving my mom. It's just, me and my mom just didn't get along, and I just couldn't take it, and, you know, but I still loved her, and she was just like, you know, I'm your mom, like, why don't you love me? And I'm just like, of course, like, I love you so much. And, you know, it was just hard, but then after a while, like, she didn't get back to normal, but, like, you know, you could see, like, emotions in her, and you could see, like, her personality. And it was hard because, like, you know, she had to go to therapy, and, you know, like, everybody thinks therapy, like, oh, you take it a couple weeks and then everything's okay. Like, no, like, she still can't move her left, like, she can move her left arm, but she can't, like, you know, reach out or move her fingers, you know, and, you know, it's just hard, so, for her, because it's almost a year, and she can walk. She walks with a cane now. She used to walk with a walker, and she was in a wheelchair before that. You know, she's progressing, but you could tell it's really hard for her because, like, even going to the bathroom, I needed to help her with, you know, changing her clothes, getting her into the car. Like, I drive her where she needs to go sometimes, and I can tell that she hates it because she's been used to being so independent that now, like, she just doesn't understand why she can't get to that level again. And I, like, you know, I always say my mom, she's my hero, because we might not get along. Some bad stuff has happened before, but, you know, she's always kind of held her own, and she's always kind of been her independent self. And, you know, I truly believe my mom's a fighter, even though all these things have happened. Like, she could overcome it all. And, like, you know, now she tries to give me what she can and tries to kind of make my life normal and stuff like that. And I believe that my life has never been normal, but, I mean, like, I think one hard thing about it is like, people are like, oh, I hate my parents, and, like, because, you know, their parents won't get them a car, or their parents won't let them go to the mall or something like that. And I'm just like, don't say that, because you never know, like, when they're gonna go, like, when they're gonna be gone. And it's just hard because you never want to see someone go through that, like, ever. Because she can do stuff, like, she stays home a lot because she can't take care of her baby, and I go to school, and, you know, she goes to therapy 2 times a week, and it's just really, really hard for her. And, you know, I just want to say to the children, especially, like, young people like me, you know, if your mom or your dad, like, have a stroke, just kind of remember that it's okay to cry, but like I tried not to cry in front of her, because I always feel like people can feed off your energy, and I felt like, you know, her like seeing me stand up and be strong for her, like she was feeding off of that, and she knew that everything was going to be okay, because that's just sometimes what you have to do. But I mean, like, just just don't give up, because it might take a year, but you'll see the difference. You know, Christmas Eve scares the crap out of me now, but I know that if I have my family and if I have the people that I love, that I'm gonna get through it. Even if I have a little bit of family, I can still do it, because you know my mom survived, and I think that's a big blessing. And I think that, you know, God, Yoda, whoever is up there, whoever is helping us out, like, you know, they know, like he or she or whoever knows that, you know, we're gonna be okay, and they're gonna send those positive vibes out to us if we show that we know that we can overcome this. And you know, I don't know, I think it's a good thing to think about, because you know, it's just really scary. I don't think I've been scared a lot in my life. I don't think I've been ever so scared, because it was just nothing I've ever seen before. And you know, I hope that you guys like learn something from this video, and I hope you guys can, like, you know, I have Facebook, so I mean, I'll put my Facebook name down here, my Instagram name. You know, I won't give out my phone number. I'm sorry, but you know, I'm gonna put my mom's link on for the video below. Like, you know, don't be scared to reach out, because I did, and my mom goes to a stroke club here in Vegas. I mean, there's nothing wrong with needing a little bit of support, because let's face it, this kind of thing, it really changes people, and it really changes a family and a world for yourself. So just keep strong, and don't stop, you know, thinking about the good things in life and the positives, because if you fill it with the negatives, you'll never get past what you need to get past. So, you know, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and bye. Thank you.